Hey guys, figured I'd give you guys a little rundown on my setup here on my 9-second all-motor B-Series EK hatch. If you don't know, my PB is a 979, not only 132. I ran that in October 2024. That was on roughly 70% nitro. The car's been 10.0, 10.07 at 134 on 50/50. On 50/50, the car made 323 horsepower. Very, very simple setup. People think that you need a lot to run 9s. You really don't. It's a B20V. It's a stock crank, and it's an 84.5, so it's only half a mil overboard. We only really did that because I had a valve failure on my old setup, and I had to get the pistons, the cylinders bored out to repair them. It has Manley rods. They're H-beams, I believe. They were just something my engine builder had laying around that he had. They're still brand new. Just another client went with a different setup. The pistons are Arias. They're quoted at, or rated at 13.7 or 13.6 to 1. When I do my calculations on the Zeal website, it says it's actually like 13.0, 13.1 with the head gasket thickness and the head and all that stuff. So you can take what you want with that. I call it 13.0. Pistons are 13.7. It's a GSR head, stock port. Nothing's been done to the intake or the exhaust ports at all. Stock size valves. They are Ferrea 6000 valves. Got Skunk 2 springs and retainers. Skunk 2 Pro3 cams. These cams I got second hand. They were like $300 also, but they're like so old that they don't have any of the modern markings on them. So they measure out to Pro3, but I don't know. I can't really verify that if they are Pro3 or not. What else is on the long block itself? That's pretty much the whole engine setup. Right now I have a DTR header. This is a big tube Nitro header. I was running a 1320 side exit. That's what I made my 300 horsepower on. And then on the intake side, I have a Ultra Street ported. There's a ported Ultra Street by Perfect Circle engines. Nick over there. When I made 320 horsepower, it was with a single spacer, single half-liter spacer. Now I have 3 of them on there, which brings the plenum volume up to where like a Ultra Race would be without a spacer. So I ran a car with an Ultra Race no spacer before, and that's where it made the most peaky power. With the one spacer on the Ultra Street, it makes power very flat. Like after 8,000, 8,500 is very flat. It's good power, but it's very flat. It makes a lot of torque though. On M5, this car made 260 and made 200 torque, which is pretty uncommon for a B series. At least for like a mild setup like this. When I had the Ultra Race, I was making only 176 pound-feet. For ignition, I run smart coils, Fuel Tech smart coils. Nothing really crazy there. Mechanical fuel pump. The trans, I was running a B16 4.7 final drive with a long first. This year we're going to be trying a Type R, which has the same 1 through 3 as the B16, but with a longer fourth. So that's also a 4.7. What else? A single, super single clutch. No twin disc, no nothing. Haven't had any axle issues using a single disc. It holds the power fine, holds the torque fine, shifts fine, so I never had a reason to really change it. It's been the same clutch since 2019, so yeah, it's a pretty basic setup. It's all off-the-shelf stuff. I have a good engine builder, Louis, LM built. He puts together my motor all the time. I don't really get into that, not yet at least, just because he helps me out and I drive his car for him. So it's kind of like an even trade. He knows what he's doing. He has a bunch of B series cars that make good power. Yeah, that's just the basic rundown on the setup. I'm hoping this year we make 350 on 50/50. I'd rather run 50/50 just because it's open the can, pour it in. It's a little bit easier than trying to mix nitro and get it to 70% or 75. And once you get past like that 70% range, it's really taxing on the ignition system. When I ran 9.7, I ran out of ignition system actually. After like 9500, it was just too much fuel flow. It would just turn off the spark. I run regular spark plugs in this, like regular 9 heat range. That you can go to like a nitro plug, but just for what I usually do, which is index racing, I don't really need to. So yeah, one thing I will say is, yeah, the engine's simple, but the rest of the car is optimized for this engine. Between the gearing, the weight, the tires, the weather, everything, I try to optimize it for this setup. Like this, right now it has it set up with the cam degree and everything. It doesn't like the rev past 95. It doesn't make power up there. It holds power, but doesn't really like it. So I just shift my car at 92, 93, you know. Some B series cars are revving to 10.5, almost 11,000. I'm at 95. It makes the power, it makes the torque. No reason to stress it going that higher RPM. Yeah. If there's any more questions you guys have on the setup, just let me know. Comment it down below or send me a DM, whatever. Yeah. I hope this helps people make a new setup, like make their own setups, decide what they want to do, because there's not a lot of information. I mean, yeah, people build motors all the time and they say what they make, but some people try to oversell you. They try to tell you the B20 blocks are no good. I've had the same block since 2019. The block did crack behind the dipstick, but running nitro, running methanol, you don't really need water anyway, so I just don't run water. It's a race car, you know. I don't drive it on the street. I warm it up a little bit and then just race it, turn it off, tow it back. It's a race car. It has no alternator, it has no nothing. So yeah, I figured I'd just put into reality what it's actually going on here, because some people see B series all motor and they think that's not worth it, or that K is better or whatever. It's whatever you can get your hands on, honestly. As long as it makes 250 horsepower, it's gonna run good on regular fuel. You can put nitro in and make 300 horsepower all day. B series is just what I had laying around. That's just what I had, what I got together. It's what's available in the Philly area. Like B series stuff is a lot easier to find, a lot cheaper to find. I love K series. I wouldn't do it in this car. I just like this car B series. That's what makes it unique, in my opinion. So yeah. Any more questions you guys have, just let me know. I'm really open about the setup. It doesn't bother me at all to let you guys know what I use. It's nothing crazy. I would like to do a bigger motor one day, but right now I'm just focusing on the chassis of the car, trying to get it to hook better and do all that stuff. You know, race car stuff. You know, the power, it comes last, in my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the rundown of this setup, and hoping you can get some videos of it running soon.